Hello, hello, beautiful guys. Time to get up to exercise. Okay, jump to the left, jump to the right. Do the 6 times and you'll sleep well tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. March on the spot. Lift your knees. Do this 10 times as fast as you please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift your knees. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lunge down low. Straight back. Lift your arms. Straight back leg. Whoa! I think you'll go lower than me. We'll work off those arms. 1, swap legs. 2, 3, 4, 5, and last one, 6. And I think we got to get on our one more to go. On your backs. Lift your bum up and get on your cycle tracks. I think we'll count to 20. Are we ready? Whoops. 1, 2, 3. Pedal those bikes, guys. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Curl in a ball. Hug your knees and make yourself small. Deep breath in and yeah. Well done, sweethearts. Now how are you feeling? Are you ready for a Planet Earth song? Remember, Earth agents, last week we looked at how and why we are here to protect planet Earth. I feel I've got much more to discover and learn. So we're going to keep learning and discovering this week. See what other interesting facts you can find. Our song today is about animals asking people for help. And these animals are from our continent on planet Earth. What is it? Africa. But first, let's remind ourselves about the 7 continents on planet Earth, what their names are. Planet Earth, 1, 2, 3. Planet Earth has 7 continents. I can only live in one place, 'cause there's many, many millions of inhabitants, and we all need lots of space. Europe, Asia, Australia, Antarctica, North America, and South America too. But the best place to live is Africa, because it's home for me and you. Well done. Now, let's listen to the animals song. Maibuyi I Africa, which is a Zulu, in Zulu, that is Zulu, and it means bring Africa back. Maibuyi I Africa. Maibuye, I beg your pardon, Maibuye I Africa. Let's clap that syllable actually. Maibuye. 4 syllables. Bring Africa back. Oh, the animals of Africa are calling one by one for the hunters and the poachers to throw away their guns. They want to live in Africa where God wants them to be. Wild, safe and happy and free. Maibuyi Africa. Maibuyi Africa. Maibuyi Africa. wild, safe and happy and free. Today, we're going to read a special story about what people have done to planet Earth over the past hundreds of years, and what we and us can do as Earth agents to help. When we're done reading, we'll read it again. Think about each page, and you can tell me what you think on Zoom. But your parents will tell you about Zoom. Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. Are you comfy? The Trouble with Dragons by Debbie Gliori. Written and illustrated by Debbie Gliori. The trouble with dragons is, dragons make dragons, and they make some more, till there are wall-to-wall dragons making dragons galore. Then dragons start spreading all over the place. Soon their houses and roads take up all of the space. Dragons eat all the food and drink all the drink and use everything up without stopping to think. They also throw parties and make loads of noise and leave a huge mess after playing with their toys. Dragons chop down forests, which melts both the poles and puncture the atmosphere full of big holes. Dragons blow out hot air, which makes everything hotter and hotter and hotter, until all the snow melts and the ice turns to water. Then the seas start to rise and the deserts expand until everything's covered in water or sand. Say goodbye to the world into which you were born. Soon everyone else will have packed up and gone. Everyone except the dragons. Poor dragons. Imagine a world with no birds and no bees. Just dragons as far as dragons can see. "Don't go!" wailed the dragons. "Don't leave us alone. A world without wildlife is no kind of home. If you stay, we all promise to do what it takes to look after the planet for all of our sakes." As the water rose higher, right over their knees, a voice said, "Okay, start by not chopping down trees." Then all of the animals chimed in with advice, from the greatest of elephants to the smallest of mice. Eat food that is grown much closer to home, and leave all the wild places and ice caps alone. Stop blowing all that hot air, but instead choose to walk, and put less of our world on the end of your fork. Respect all Earth's creatures and cherish the land. Recycle, reuse, and reduce your demands. So, if you know a dragon, and most of us do, ask it if it thinks that the story is true. For if we can't see that our stories are linked, then sadly, like dragons, we'll soon be extinct. The end. She's one of my favorite artists. I absolutely love her drawings. But then I like all types of art, because every person on planet Earth has a different way to express themselves. We're all artists, remember. Okay, let's read it slowly and have a short chat, or we'll just look at the pictures about each page. Here they're saying the trouble with dragons. Do you think dragons are quite like humans? Greedy humans that fill up the whole earth. And there's so many of them that they take up all of the space with huge buildings, traffic lights, because we need our cars to get to work in the city. We've only got one set of traffic lights in Sagefield. That's why I live here. And look at all this pollution coming out of the factories. As you drive into Cape Town, you can see those. All that hot air puffing into the atmosphere. And then we drink all the drink and eat up all the food. We just keep guzzling, really, guys. We eat things, I feel, that's why I say we must chat about this on Zoom, that we eat things that are not even good for us, like chips in little packets or lollipops. And yeah, we just guzzle, and then those sweets or chips have got papers. Where does the paper go? We have to put it into planet Earth. So, and then leaving lots of, I see a lot, making lots of parties and noise and leaving a huge mess. Lots of people along our beautiful beaches and lagoon get together and have a party, and then they leave all their picnic papers behind. So, I think that's what, there are some dragons we know. I've never met them. And here they're saying that the dragons chop down all the forests. Ask your parents or family to show you some of the countries that have hardly got any forests anymore. And the Amazon jungle is one of them. One of the most commonly known in South America. It was one of the biggest jungles. And they just keep chopping down the trees for all sorts of reasons. To make space for themselves, to use to build more houses. And that's also why they chop down trees, is to make space for all the cattle that we need to, cows, sheep, that we need to feed all these hundreds of people. Yeah, and the dragons, it says they blow out hot air, which is comes from our cars, what else? All the factories and their pollution, until the atmosphere is getting hotter and hotter, and the snow is all melting in the South Pole and the North Pole. Remember, we were talking about how the polar bears can't get from one ice cap to the next anymore because they're all melting. And the water's rising. Look who's there. Poor Santa's in the water. Yeah, and then they say, if we carry on like that, say goodbye to that world. Because so much of our beautiful wildlife will have packed up and gone. Yeah, except the dragons. Hey, the people that don't mind living with or just keep on, they don't think, and they keep on polluting our beautiful planet. Not like you Earth agents. And then the dragons cry out because there's no bees, no birds, no creatures. Until the animals all got together, didn't they? And said, we'll stay with you, we'll manage to survive if you start eating things that are grown closer to home. Why? I think one of the reasons then we don't need to put them in a big truck full of petrol and drive them far away to come to Sagefield when we've got farmers all around us. So we can just buy from the farmers, and that helps our farmers, doesn't it? And yeah, start protecting all our ice caps. And watch what we put on the end of our forks. We don't really need to eat meat every day. Live a nice balanced life. Veggies, little bit of meat, or whatever your family prefers to eat. But we don't need to just guzzle all Earth's creatures, do we? I or our family says, eat what you catch in the fish way, or eat what you shoot if you had to hunt your food. And that's all you hunt for and fish for. And then respect all Earth's creatures. Cherish the land like our Earth agents. Recycle, reuse, and reduce your demands. Okay, and then it says if we don't stop doing all of those things and we don't stop to think a little bit, our Earth, or all the creatures, lots of them will soon be extinct. So much to think about, eh, guys? Have a beautiful afternoon and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Ooh, love you madly, always.